Hey, Florida Elevators, also known as Julian. Hey, I'm on the same page with you because guess what? I'm a elevator cleaner, and and sometimes I get to meet up with some of the elevator techs at lunch. Sometimes though, or on break time, and me and some of the elevator techs to talk about the inner workings of an elevator. Like it could be like some of the controllers that looks like it's more like if they just look more like if they just been slapped together, like a kid putting a model together they can't seem to follow the directions. And also, I think what gives the Kone the rough ride is because when they put some of the wheels on the cabs, that sometimes they're not tightening the wheels enough to give them a smooth ride. And it could also be some wheels might also be riding over some link that may have slipped beyond the door jamb and onto the guide rails. And of course, and then when the guide rails hit it, then it causes some large chunks of lint gathering on the guide rails that causes the cab to ride a little rough. Over at Maggiano's, Little Italy, I found out that the two lanterns on the Schindler, they're supposed to turn off when the door closes. And what it is, the controller is not letting the switch for the lantern to turn off when they're supposed to when the door closes. And it sounds like the head of Maggiano's is now going to have to hire an elevator tech to come in, go to the controller panel, and just work the thing over to fix it so it'll work properly. And I know Julian, I know it'd be kind of cool if we guys could meet up with each other though, because then if I did come to Florida, or if all of a sudden St. Louis really got to work, popped every single crack house standing, and St. Louis got to be clean as a whistle like it used to be during the World War II, and you meet me at Mercy, and we could talk about elevators over a salad and a coffee or something like that. But I tell you, that's just one thing though. This is that the ThyssenKrupp elevators I have to deal with though. You got one elevator that hauls the patients up and down. It's a great big one that's designed for hauling severely ill patients. A lot of it deals with a lot of it is heart patients, and the one of the guide wheels on it is definitely has not been thoroughly tightened when they assembled the car before they put it in the cab. Before they didn't assemble they didn't tighten the guide rails all the way onto the car in order to get it to run smoothly. They didn't tighten it all the way like they should have. So that way, every once in a while, when it goes up and down, it runs a little rough, and then you hear a little bit of banging. And the banging sound you hear, and as I said, it's the guide rails is a little loose.